Subscribe please. NJPW Battle Autumn Results. The 11th of May 2022, Will Ospreay vs Tetsuya Naito. First match, TJ Perkins and Francesco Akira, C, vs Bushi and Titan for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. Lidge dropkicks United Empire before the bell rings. Stereo suicide dives. Titan kicks Perkins in the back. Double Irish whip. Bushi with a running elbow smash. Perkins sidesteps Titan into a turnbuckle pad. Akira with a leaping clothesline. Perkins dumps Bushi out of the ring. Perkins ducks a clothesline from Titan. Assisted dropkick. Perkins with a rebound dropkick. Akira with the somersault plunger. Perkins rolls Bushi back into the ring. Assisted senton splash for a 2 count. Perkins knocks Titan off the ring apron. Akira whips Bushi across the ring. Flapjack, facebuster combination for a 2 count. Akira kicks Titan in the gut. Double Irish whip. Perkins with a spinning back kick. Akira kicks Titan in the chest. Perkins kicks the left hamstring of Titan. Akira with a basement dropkick. Akira punches Titan. Perkins wraps 2 t-shirts around Bushi's neck. Perkins stomps on Bushi's chest. Perkins with clubbing boot scrapes. Bushi dropkicks the left knee of Perkins. Akira wisely pulls Titan off the apron. Perkins drives his knee into Bushi's back. Double Irish whip. Bushi shoves Perkins into Akira. Bushi with a double hurricane runner. Bushi tags in Titan. Titan ducks a clothesline from Perkins. Titan with a running forearm smash. Titan slaps Perkins in the chest. Titan with a springboard shotgun dropkick. Titan ducks another clothesline from Perkins. Perkins launches Titan over the top rope. Titan with a hurricane runner to the floor. Titan with the assai moonsault. Titan rolls Perkins back into the ring. Titan hooks the outside leg for a 2 count. Titan with clubbing hamstring kicks. Titan with a spinning back kick. Perkins answers with a roundhouse kick. Titan drops Perkins with the springboard tornado DDT for a 2 count. Titan goes for a spinning dominator, but Perkins lands back on his feet. Perkins tags in Akira. Akira super kicks Titan. Double toe kick. Titan with a double drop kick. Titan tags in Bushi. Bushi stomps on Akira's back. Akira rakes the eyes of Bushi. Akira sends Bushi to the corner. Bushi with a pendulum kick. Bushi with the missile drop kick. Bushi stomps on Akira's back. Bushi with the swinging fisherman's neck breaker for a 2 count. Double Irish whip. Bushi with a back elbow smash. Titan with a leaping clothesline off Bushi's back. Dropkick, spine buster combination for a 2 count. Titan kicks Perkins in the ribs. Double Irish whip to Perkins. Perkins sidesteps Titan into a turnbuckle pad. Perkins with a running dropkick. Super kick exchange. Bushi goes for the code breaker, but Akira lands back on his feet. Bushi avoids the super kick. Bushi delivers the rewind kick. Forearm exchange. Chop exchange. Bushi with forearm shivers. Akira with a roll through double foot stomp. Titan with a step up enzui. Bushi drops Perkins with a backstabber. Titan with a flying double foot stomp on the apron. Titan with the springboard splash. Bushi hooks the outside leg for a 2 count. Titan with a diving corner clothesline. Bushi hits the code breaker. Perkins pulls Titan off the apron. Perkins ducks a clothesline from Bushi. Akira super kicks Bushi. Akira with the speed fire. Double meteora for a 2 count. Titan reverses out of the Irish whip from Perkins. Titan matrix under a clothesline from Perkins. Final cut, flying double foot stomp combination. United Empire connects with the leaning tower to pick up the victory. Winner, still IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, TJ Perkins and Francesco Akira via pinfall. Second match, Hiroshi Tanahashi, David Finlay, Alex Zane and Toru Yano vs Aussie Open, Aaron Hinaire and Gideon Gray in a 8-man tag team match. David Finlay and Aaron Hinaire will start things off. Collar and elbow tie up. Hinaire backs Finlay into the ropes. The referee calls for a clean break. Finlay ducks a clothesline from Hinaire. Strong lock-up. Hinaire applies a side headlock. Finlay whips Hinaire across the ring. Hinaire drops Finlay with a shoulder tackle for a 1 count. Side headlock exchange. Hinaire sends Finlay into the ropes. Finlay avoids the roundhouse kick. Finlay with an inside cradle for a 2 count. Finlay with the La Magistral for a 1 count. Finlay ducks a clothesline from Hinaire. Finlay with a belly to back suplex for a 2 count. Finlay applies a hammerlock. Finlay tags in Zane Hinaire with forearm shivers. Finlay with a running elbow smash. Zane hits the Baja Blast for a 2 count. Hinaire reverses out of the Irish Whip from Zane. Zane ducks a clothesline from Hinaire. Zane with the springboard double knee drop. Zane with a twisting senton splash for a 2 count. Zane with a running elbow smash. Zane follows that with a rolling elbow. Zane with forearm shivers. Hinaire shoves Zane into the canvas. Hinaire with a discus back elbow smash. Hinaire with a springboard enzui-giri. Aussie Open clears the ring. Hinaire gets Zane tied up in the ropes. Hinaire with clubbing blows to Zane's chest. Hinaire with a mid-kick for a 2 count. Hinaire applies a wrist lock. Hinaire tags in Fletcher. Fletcher kicks Zane in the gut. Fletcher lifts Zane up in the air. Davis tags himself in. Davis with a delayed vertical suplex for a 2 count. Davis applies an arm bar. Zane with heavy body shots. Davis body slams Zane. Davis goes for a senton splash, but Zane ducks out of the way. Zane sidesteps Davis into a turnbuckle pad. Davis goes for a belly to back suplex, but Zane lands back on his feet. Zane dodges the polish hammer. Zane with a step-up enzui-giri. Zane tags in Tanahashi. Tanahashi with forearm shivers. Davis reverses out of the Irish Whip from Tanahashi. Tanahashi with a flying forearm smash. Double toe kick to Tanahashi. Double Irish Whip. Tanahashi kicks Fletcher in the chest. Tanahashi drops Hinaire with the dragon screw leg whip. Tanahashi slaps Gray in the face. Tanahashi with a forearm smash. Tanahashi body slams Davis. Tanahashi with a somersault senton for a 2 count. Davis avoids the sling blade. Davis body slams Tanahashi. Davis with a senton splash. Davis tags in Fletcher. Fletcher with forearm shivers. Fletcher chops Tanahashi. Tanahashi reverses out of the Irish Whip from Fletcher. Yano kicks Fletcher in the back. Tanahashi with the twist and shot. Tanahashi tags in Yano. Yano removes a turnbuckle pad. Yano throws the turnbuckle pad at Fletcher. Yano slaps Fletcher in the back of the head. Fletcher reverses out of the Irish Whip from Yano. Yano sidesteps Fletcher into the exposed steel. Yano rolls Fletcher over for a 2 count. Fletcher with forearm shivers. Short arm reversal by Yano. Yano pulls Fletcher down to the mat. Hinaire delivers a gut punch. Hinaire sends Yano to the corner. Hinaire with a rising knee strike. Assisted mid-kick for a 2 count. Davis punches Tanahashi in the back. Meeting of the minds. Stereo roll-ups for a 2 count. Tanahashi and Yano gets sandwiched in the center of the ring. Fletcher drop kicks Finlay off the apron. Davis with a running forearm smash to Zane. Aussie Open with 3 combo lariats. Aussie Open connects with the coreless to pick up the victory. Winner, Aussie Open, Aaron Hinaire and Gideon Gray via pinfall. Third match, Hikario W, Jado vs Yujiro Takahashi W, SHO. Sho delivers a chop block before the bell rings. House of Torture gangs up on Hikario. Sho with a flying forearm smash. Takahashi delivers the hell of a kick. Hikario drops Takahashi with the big boot. Hikario goes for a body slam, but Sho lands back on his feet. Hikuleo with another big boot. Hikuleo with 2 double body avalanches. Meeting of the minds. Hikuleo with a double clothesline. Hikuleo whips Takahashi across the ring. Hikuleo power slams Takahashi. Hikuleo connects with the chokeslam to pick up the victory. Winner, Hikuleo via pinfall. Fourth match, Sanada vs Ren Narita in a semi-final match in the inaugural NJPW World Television Championship Tournament. Chain grappling exchange. Narita backs Sanada into the ropes. Sanada turns Narita over. The referee calls for a clean break. Sanada pats Narita on the chest. Sanada ducks a clothesline from Narita. Sanada applies skull end. Narita grabs the top rope which forces the breaker. Sanada with the single leg takedown. Sanada applies the paradise lock. Sanada with a low drop kick. Narita drives his knee into the midsection of Sanada. Following a snapmare takeover, Narita kicks Sanada in the back. Narita dumps Sanada out of the ring. Sanada with a reverse hammer throw into the steel barricade. Sanada kicks Narita in the face. Sanada with the magic screw off the barricade. Sanada nails Narita with the pile driver on the concrete floor. Narita gets back in the ring at the count of 15. Sanada repeatedly stomps on Narita's chest. Sanada applies the paradise lock on the bottom rope. Sanada dropkicks Narita to the floor. Sanada with the slingshot pescado. Sanada rolls Narita back into the ring. Sanada goes into the lateral press for a 2 count. Sanada applies a rear chin lock. Narita with elbows into the midsection of Sanada. Narita with forearm shivers. Sanada uppercuts Narita. Narita reverses out of the Irish whip from Sanada. Sanada kicks Narita in the face. Narita with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Narita with a mid-kick. Narita sends Sanada to the corner. Narita with a twisting back elbow smash. Narita with the bridging half-hatch suplex for a 2 count. Narita applies the cross-arm breaker. Sanada puts his foot on the bottom rope which forces the break. Narita repeatedly kicks the left shoulder of Sanada. Sanada hammers down on the right knee of Narita. Narita ducks a clothesline from Sanada. Narita applies the sleeper hold. Narita goes for the cobra twist, but Sanada counters with a hip toss. Narita goes for a snapmare takeover, but Sanada lands back on his feet. Sanada dropkicks Narita. Sanada goes for a belly-to-back suplex, but Narita lands back on his feet. Narita applies the cobra twist. Narita with a mid-kick. Narita with a belly-to-back suplex for a 2 count. Narita follows that with clubbing mid-kicks. Narita repeatedly stomps on Sanada's chest. Narita is choking Sanada with his boot. Sanada decks Narita with a back elbow smash. Narita slips out of skull end. Narita applies the sleeper hold. Sanada with a deep arm drag. Narita denies the TKO. Narita applies the octopus stretch. Sanada turns the O'Connor roll into skull end. Narita refuses to quit. Sanada goes for the Muto moonsault, but Narita gets his knees up in the air. Narita with the bridging O'Connor roll for a 2 count. Forearm exchange. Narita with a step-up enzui-giri. Narita with a pump kick. Headbutt exchange. Narita reverses out of the Irish whip from Sanada. Sanada with the springboard dropkick. Narita rises back on his feet. Sanada dodges the big boot. Sanada goes for the O'Connor roll, but Narita counters with the sleeper hold. Sanada transitions into skull end. Narita rolls Sanada over for a 2 count. Narita goes back to the sleeper hold. Sanada with elbows into the midsection of Narita. Narita ducks a clothesline from Sanada. Narita hits the bridging T-bone suplex for a 2 count. Sanada uppercuts Narita. Narita slaps Sanada in the face. Enzui-giri exchange. Sanada with the rolling elbow. Narita connects with the Narita special number 4 to pick up the victory. Winner, Ren Narita via pinfall. Fifth match, Evil W, Dick Togo vs Zack Sabre Jr. in a semi-final match in the inaugural NJPW World Television Championship Tournament. Evil and Dick Togo attacks Kosei Fujita before the bell rings. Yohei Oiwa is also rocking a Sabre jacket on the stage. Sabre applies the sleeper hold. Sabre with the rolling crucifix for a 2 count. Sabre headbutts the midsection of Evil. Sabre applies a side headlock. Evil whips Sabre across the ring. Evil dodges the big boot. Sabre ducks a clothesline from Evil. Togo trips Sabre from the outside. Evil kicks Sabre out of the ring. Evil whips Sabre into the steel barricade. Evil body slams Fujita on top of Sabre. Evil drives his knee into the midsection of Oiwa. Evil body slams Oiwa on the top of Sabre. Evil wraps a t-shirt round Sabre's neck. Evil wraps a steel chair around Sabre's neck. Sabre with a flurry of toe kicks to Evil and Togo. Sabre fish hooks Evil. Sabre has Evil sitting on the timekeeper's table. Sabre whips Togo into the barricade. Evil goes down in the process. Evil rakes the eyes of Sabre. Evil throws Oiwa into Sabre. Evil goes for the Scorpion Deathlock, but Sabre counters with the heel hook on the floor. Evil gets back in the ring at the count of 15. Sabre hits the park for a 2 count. Sabre goes for the Zack driver, but Evil lands back on his feet. Sabre denies everything is Evil. Sabre with the European clutch for a 2 count. Evil blocks a boot from Sabre. Evil goes for a side thrust kick, but Sabre counters with the ankle lock. Sabre sidesteps Evil into the exposed steel. Sabre applies the sleeper hold. The Young Lions gangs up on Togo. Evil delivers a low blow. Evil with an inside cradle for a 2 count. Sabre negates everything is Evil. Sabre connects with the grounding Cobra twist hold to pick up the victory. Winner, Zack Sabre Jr. via pinfall. 6th match, Hiromu Takahashi and Giashimori vs El Desperado and Master Wato. Hiromu Takahashi and Master Wato will start things off. Takahashi dodges the running boot. Chop exchange. Wato with 2 mid-kicks. Takahashi blocks a boot from Wato. Takahashi hammers down on the right knee of Wato. Takahashi with a knife-edge chop. Wato reverses out of the Irish whip from Takahashi. Takahashi goes for a head scissors takeover. But Wato lands back on his feet. Takahashi avoids the park. Takahashi sends Wato into the ropes. Takahashi with a running elbow smash. Takahashi scores the elbow knockdown. Takahashi sends Wato face first into the blue turnbuckle pad. Ishimori ignores Takahashi. Takahashi with a blistering chop. Takahashi with a corner clothesline. Wato ducks a clothesline from Takahashi. Takahashi with another elbow knockdown for a 2 count. Takahashi dropkicks Desperado off the ring apron. Wato denies the Falcon Arrow. Takahashi with a forearm smash. Takahashi unloads 2 knife-edge chops. Wato reverses out of the Irish whip from Takahashi. Desperado pulls Takahashi out of the ring. Desperado whips Takahashi into the steel barricade. Desperado repeatedly stomps on Takahashi's chest. Wato and Desperado starts shoving each other. Wato kicks Desperado in the face. Wato rolls Takahashi back into the ring. Wato body slams Takahashi for a 2 count. Wato applies the camel clutch. Takahashi grabs the bottom rope which forces the break. Wato repeatedly stomps on Takahashi's back. Desperado is playing mind games with Wato. Desperado slaps Wato in the face. The referee is trying to calm down Wato. Desperado wraps the right shoulder of Takahashi around the bottom rope. Desperado stomps on Takahashi's chest. Desperado is choking Takahashi with his knee. Desperado body slams Takahashi. Desperado hyperextends the left leg of Takahashi. Desperado talks smack to Takahashi. Takahashi with a flurry of overhand chops. Desperado rakes the eyes of Takahashi. Desperado chops Takahashi. Desperado whips Takahashi into the red turnbuckle pad. Desperado with a running elbow smash. Desperado tags in Wato. Wato repeatedly stomps on Takahashi's back. Wato drives his knee into the midsection of Takahashi. Wato with an axe kick for a 2 count. Wato is keeping Takahashi grounded. Wato kicks out the legs of Takahashi for a 2 count. Following a snapmare takeover, Wato stomps on Takahashi's back. Wato slaps Desperado in the face. Desperado and Wato continues to shove each other in the corner. Takahashi with 2 knee drop kicks. Ishimori refuses to participate in this match. Desperado whips Takahashi into the steel barricade. Desperado with a snap vertical suplex on the rampway. Desperado and Wato start sprawling in the ring. The referee is losing control of this match. Takahashi gets back in the ring at the count of 17. Wato hammers down on the back of Takahashi's neck. Wato stomps on Takahashi's back. Wato with a forearm smash. Wato with a knee lift. Takahashi is displaying his fighting spirit. Wato with a forearm smash. Wato whips Takahashi across the ring. Takahashi kicks Wato in the face. Takahashi decks Desperado with a back elbow smash. Wato kicks Takahashi in the gut. Takahashi reverses out of the Irish whip from Wato. Takahashi with a running Hurricane Runner. Takahashi kicks Desperado in the gut. Takahashi with 2 corner clotheslines. Takahashi sidesteps Desperado into Wato. Takahashi dropkicks Desperado into Wato. Takahashi with a corner clothesline. Takahashi with a basement dropkick. Takahashi tags in Ishimori. Takahashi rocks Ishimori with a forearm smash. Takahashi with a shotgun dropkick off the apron. Takahashi rolls Ishimori back into the ring. Takahashi with the Falcon Arrow. Takahashi goes into the cover, but he's pinning his partner. Wato hooks the outside leg for a 2 count. Ishimori denies the resentment. Wato with Muay Thai knee strikes. Wato with forearm shivers. Ishimori reverses out of the Irish whip from Ishimori. Desperado made the blind tag. Wato ducks a clothesline from Ishimori. Wato drops Ishimori with the zigzag. The referee tells Wato to get out of the ring. Desperado kicks Ishimori in the gut. Desperado whips Wato into Ishimori. Desperado with the spine buster for a 2 count. Desperado applies numero dos. Wato gets Takahashi trapped in the Vendaval. Ishimori transitions into the yes lock. Ishimori throws Desperado into Takahashi and Wato. Ishimori tags in Takahashi. Takahashi denies the German suplex. Wato kicks Takahashi in the gut. Takahashi reverses out of the Irish whip from Wato. Wato lands the somersault plunger. Takahashi with a diving senton bomb to the outside. Desperado with a flying cannonball senton through the ropes. Takahashi and Wato avoids the referee's 20 count. Wato reverses out of the Irish whip from Desperado. Desperado launches Wato over the top rope. Wato with an apron enzigiri. Wato with a springboard European uppercut to Ishimori. Takahashi responds with a shotgun dropkick. Desperado spears Takahashi. Ishimori nails Desperado with the pump kick. Takahashi super kicks Wato. Takahashi and Ishimori gangs up on Desperado. Ishimori hits the Cypher Utaki. Wato ducks a clothesline from Takahashi. Takahashi with a pop-up powerbomb. Takahashi with a running Death Valley driver into a turnbuckle pad. Takahashi goes for the time bomb, but Ishimori counters with a jumping knee strike. Wato rolls Takahashi over to pick up the victory. Winner, El Desperado and Master Wato via pinfall. There was a cleaning, disinfecting intermission during this broadcast. 7th match, Kazuchika Okada and Tama Tonga W, Jado vs Jay White and Kenta W, Judo. Kazuchika Okada and Jay White will start things off. Collar and elbow tie up. Okada backs White into the ropes. White uses the referee as a shield. White chops Okada. White with a forearm smash. White repeatedly stomps on Okada's chest. White with a straight right hand. White talks smack to Okada. Okada with forearm shivers. White drives his knee into the midsection of Okada. Side headlock exchange. White whips Okada across the ring. Okada drops White with a shoulder tackle. Okada ducks a clothesline from White. Okada kicks White in the face. Following a snapmare takeover, Okada dropkicks White to the floor. Tonga and Kento are tagged in. Tonga gets distracted by White. Kento attacks Tonga from behind. Kento with clubbing blows to Tonga's back. Forearm exchange. Kento rakes the eyes of Tonga. Tonga drops down on the canvas. Tonga dropkicks Kento. Tonga transitions into a ground and pound attack. Tonga hammers down on the left shoulder of Kento. Tonga tags in Okada. Double Irish whip. Double elbow knockdown for a 2 count. Kento repeatedly kicks Okada in the face. Okada stomps on the left hamstring of Kento. Okada slams the left shoulder of Kento on the canvas. Okada hammers down on the left shoulder of Kento. Okada tags in Tonga. Tonga works on the left arm of Kento. Tonga with 2 gut punches. Tonga with a forearm smash. Kento reverses out of the Irish whip from Tonga. White trips Tonga from the outside. Misfired clotheslines. Kento drops Tonga with a DDT. Kento knocks Okada off the ring apron. Kento tags in White. White dumps Tonga out of the ring. White whips Tonga into the steel barricade. White wraps the cable cords around Tonga's neck. Kento tees off on Okada. Kento sends Okada shoulder first into the steel ring post. White drives Tonga face first into the ring post. Kento stands on Tonga's ribs. Kento rolls Tonga back into the ring. White kicks Tonga in the face. White tags in Kento. Kento repeatedly stomps on Tonga's back. Kento whips Tonga across the ring. Kento scores the elbow knockdown for a 2 count. Tonga kicks out of multiple pinning predicaments. Kento tags in White. White with clubbing shoulder blocks. Kento is choking Tonga with his boot. The referee is trying to get Okada out of the ring. White tags in Kento. Bullet Club arm mauling Tonga in the corner. Following a snapmare takeover, Kento kicks Tonga in the back. Tonga hulks up. Kento with clubbing mid-kicks. Kento rakes the eyes of Tonga. Kento sends Tonga to the corner. Tonga with a running lariat. Okada and White are tagged in. White ducks a clothesline from Okada. Okada ducks under a chop from White. Okada with forearm shivers. White reverses out of the Irish whip from Okada. Okada scores the elbow knockdown. Okada with a leaping back elbow smash. Okada kicks White in the gut. Okada drops White with the DDT for a 2 count. Okada applies the money clip. White with a deep armed drag. Okada ducks a clothesline from White. Okada with a backbreaker. Okada reapplies the money clip. White puts his foot on the bottom rope which forces the break. Okada body slams White. Okada dives over White. White ducks a clothesline from Okada. White with a DDT of his own. White with a running uppercut. White hits the blade buster for a 2 count. White with a knife edge chop. Okada blocks the sleeper suplex. Okada hammers down on the back of White's neck. Okada goes for the landslide, but White lands back on his feet. Okada denies the blade runner. White avoids the rainmaker. Okada decks White with a back elbow smash. White answers with a blistering chop. Okada with the reverse neck breaker. White tags in Kento. Kento knocks Tonga off the apron. Kento toys around with Okada. Kento rakes the eyes of Okada. Kento with a neck breaker for a 2 count. Kento mocks Okada. Okada blocks the rainmaker. Kento with another eye rake. Okada with the big boot. Okada tags in Tonga. Tonga delivers his combination offense. Tonga with forearm shivers. Tonga repeatedly stomps on Kento's chest. Tonga knocks White off the apron. Kenta kicks Tonga in the face. Kenta with a running boot. Tonga clotheslines Kenta. Tonga with a stinger splash. Tonga with a belly to back suplex for a 2 count. Kenta blocks the Tongan twist. Standing switch exchange. White rocks Okada with a forearm smash. Kenta kicks Tonga in the gut. Kenta drops Tonga with a DDT. White knocks Okada off the apron. White sends Tonga to the corner. Tonga sidesteps Kenta into a turnbuckle pad. White with the flatliner. White with a deadlift German suplex. Kenta follows that with the flying double foot stomp for a 2 count. Kenta drills Tonga with the Buzzsaï knee for a 2 count. White kicks Okada out of the ring. Tonga denies the GTS. Kenta kicks Tonga in the face. Kenta goes for the discus lariat, but Tonga counters with the Tongan twist. Okada and White are brawling on the floor. Kenta rakes the eyes of Tonga. The referee catches Kenta using the top rope for leverage. Tonga hits the SRC. Tonga lands the Supreme Flow for a 2 count. Tonga denies the Blade Runner. Okada dropkicks White to the floor. Kenta denies the gun stun. Kenta goes for the GTS, but Tonga lands back on his feet. Kenta with a flurry of palm strikes. Tonga connects with the gun stun to pick up the victory. Winner, Kazuchika Okada and Tama Tonga via pinfall. 8 match, FTR-C, vs Jeff Cobb and the Great Okan W, Gideon Gray for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. Cash Wheeler and Jeff Cobb will start things off. Collar and elbow tie up. Wheeler applies a side headlock. Cobb whips Wheeler across the ring. Wheeler runs into Cobb. Wheeler with a waist lock go behind. Cobb with an arm drag takeover. Cobb with a waist lock takedown. Cobb applies a front face lock. Wheeler transitions into a side headlock. Cobb sends Wheeler into the ropes. Cobb goes for a body slam, but Wheeler lands back on his feet. Wheeler with a Hurricane Runner. Harwood and Khan are tagged in. Collar and elbow tie up. Khan backs Harwood into the ropes. Red Shoes calls for a clean break. Khan shoves Harwood. Strong lock up. Harwood walks Khan into the ropes. Stalemate in the corner. Harwood baits Khan on the chest. Back to the collar and elbow tie up. Khan applies a side headlock. Harwood whips Khan across the ring. Khan drops Harwood with 2 shoulder tackles. Harwood runs into Khan. Khan uppercuts Harwood. Harwood kicks Khan in the gut. Harwood with a vertical suplex. Khan rises back on his feet. Forearm exchange. Khan unloads 3 Mongolian chops. Khan sends Harwood to the corner. Harwood decks Khan with a back elbow smash. Harwood with 2 knife-edge chops. Harwood with a snap vertical suplex. Harwood follows that with a leg drop. Harwood tags in Wheeler. Assisted leg drop for a 2 count. Wheeler uppercuts Khan. Wheeler tags in Harwood. Wheeler whips Khan across the ring. Drop toe hold, running elbow drop combination for a 2 count. Harwood grabs Khan's braid. Khan with a gut punch. Khan wraps his braid around Harwood's neck. Khan hammers down on the left shoulder of Harwood. Khan dumps Harwood out of the ring. Cobb sends Harwood shoulder first into the steel ring post. Cobb rolls Harwood back into the ring. Khan continues to hammer down on the left shoulder of Harwood. Khan applies the Fujiwara armbar. Harwood puts his foot on the bottom rope which forces the break. The Great Wall of Khan. Khan tags in Cobb. Chop exchange. Cobb punches Harwood in the back. Cobb with clubbing shoulder blocks. Cobb drives Harwood back first into a turnbuckle pad. Cobb wraps the left shoulder of Harwood around the middle rope. Khan punches Harwood in the back. Khan sends Harwood back first into the steel barricade. Cobb goes into the lateral press for a 1 count. Cobb tags in Khan. Khan knocks Wheeler off the apron. Khan applies a wrist lock. Harwood with 3 overhand chops. Haymaker exchange. Khan punches Harwood in the back. Khan tags in Cobb. Cobb with a backbreaker. Surfs up. Cobb applies an arm bar. Harwood is throwing haymakers at Cobb. Cobb blocks the sunset flip. Harwood drops Cobb with the dragon screw leg whip. Cobb stops Harwood in his tracks. Cobb knocks Wheeler off the apron. Harwood drop kicks the left knee of Cobb. Cobb with a leaping back elbow smash. Cobb with a running belly to back suplex. Cobb tags in Khan. Khan is putting the boots to Harwood. Khan applies a wrist lock. Harwood with heavy body shots. Misfired clotheslines. Harwood with a DDT. Khan tags in Cobb. Cobb sends Harwood to the corner. Harwood sidesteps Cobb into a turnbuckle pad. Harwood tags in Wheeler. Wheeler with a chop, haymaker combination. Wheeler ducks a clothesline from Cobb. Cobb blocks the German suplex. Cobb decks Wheeler with a back elbow smash. Khan applies the full Nelson lock. Wheeler kicks Cobb in the face. Wheeler with a back elbow smash to Khan. Khan reverses out of the Irish whip from Wheeler. Wheeler ducks a clothesline from Khan. Wheeler with a running clothesline. Wheeler ducks a clothesline from Cobb. Wheeler uppercuts Cobb. Wheeler with a release German suplex. Wheeler with the missile dropkick for a 2 count. Cobb launches Wheeler over the top rope. Cobb with a forearm smash. Wheeler slams Cobb's head on the top rope. Khan applies the claw. Wheeler and Khan are trading back and forth shots on the apron. Wheeler uppercuts Khan. Cobb rocks Wheeler with a forearm smash. Cobb goes for the superplex, but Wheeler lands back on his feet. Harwood tags himself in. FTR with the Doomsday Bulldog for a 2 count. Khan with the exploder suplex to Wheeler. Khan drags Cobb to their corner. Cobb tags in Khan. Second forearm exchange. Short arm reversal by Harwood. Harwood applies a wrist lock. Short arm lariat exchange. Khan with a forearm smash. Harwood shrugs off the short arm lariat. Khan drops Harwood with the STO for a 2 count. Wheeler dumps Cobb out of the ring. Cobb catches Wheeler in midair. Cobb dumps Wheeler on the barricade. Wheeler propels Cobb over the barricade. Khan knocks Wheeler off the apron. Harwood ducks a clothesline from Khan. Harwood with a straight right hand. Harwood with a belly to back suplex. Khan clotheslines Harwood. Khan goes for a vertical suplex, but Harwood lands back on his feet. Harwood puts Khan on the top turnbuckle. Harwood tags in Wheeler. FTR hits the powerplex for a 2 count. Cobb goes for Tour of the Islands, but Harwood counters with a chop block. Wheeler with the swinging DDT. Khan kicks Harwood in the chest. Khan clotheslines Wheeler. Khan nails Harwood with the pump kick. Khan connects with the TTD for a 2 count. Wheeler denies the eliminator. Harwood made the blind tag. Khan whips Wheeler across the ring. Wheeler slides under Khan's legs. FTR plants Khan with the big rig to pick up the victory. Winner, still IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, FTR via pinfall. 9th match, Will Ospreay, C.W. Gideon Gray vs Tetsuya Naito for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. Naito sidesteps the shotgun dropkick from Ospreay. Naito with a deep armed drag. Ospreay with the head scissors escape. Naito ducks a clothesline from Ospreay. Naito goes for a Hurricane Runner, but Ospreay lands back on his feet. Naito dodges the park. Ospreay goes for the standing moonsault, but Naito ducks out of the way. Naito sends Ospreay into the ropes. Ospreay dives over Naito. Naito kicks Ospreay in the gut. Naito dumps Ospreay out of the ring. Double Tranquilo pose. Ospreay taunts Naito. Naito sidesteps the collar and elbow tie up. Naito backs Ospreay into the ropes. Red Shoes calls for a clean break. Ospreay turns Naito over. Naito ducks under a chop from Ospreay. Naito with forearm shivers. Naito with clubbing blows to Ospreay's back. Naito whips Ospreay across the ring. Naito with a hip toss onto the knee. Naito with a neck breaker onto the knee. Naito applies the grounding full Nelson lock. Ospreay puts his foot on the bottom rope which forces the break. Ospreay regroups on the outside. Ospreay gets back in the ring at the count of 17. Naito kicks Ospreay in the chest. Following a snapmare takeover, Naito applies the cravat. Naito with clubbing elbow smashes. Naito sends Ospreay to the corner. Naito with a corner dropkick. Naito sweeps out the legs of Ospreay. Ospreay catches Naito in midair. Ospreay puts Naito on the top turnbuckle. Ospreay chops Naito to the floor. Ospreay tugs on Naito's hair. Ospreay whips Naito over the steel barricade. Ospreay with a knife-edge chop. Ospreay has Naito sitting on the barricade. Ospreay rocks Naito with a forearm smash. Ospreay rolls Naito back into the ring. Ospreay with a chop, forearm combination for a 2 count. Naito is fighting from underneath. Ospreay uppercuts Naito. Naito reverses out of the Irish whip from Ospreay. Naito goes for a hip toss, but Ospreay counters with the Cobra twist. Ospreay with a spinning pendulum backbreaker. Following a snapmare takeover, Ospreay applies a rear chin lock. Naito puts his foot on the bottom rope which forces the break. Ospreay whips Naito across the ring. Naito holds onto the ropes. Naito kicks Ospreay in the face. Ospreay decks Naito with a back elbow smash. Naito with a running single leg dropkick. Naito with a forearm smash. Naito kicks Ospreay in the gut. Naito punches Ospreay in the back. Naito whips Ospreay across the ring. Naito scores the elbow knockdown. Naito dropkicks the back of Ospreay's neck. Naito with the Irish whip. Naito with a corner dropkick. Naito ducks a clothesline from Ospreay. Naito sweeps out the legs of Ospreay. Combination cabron. Naito with a neck breaker for a 2 count. Naito toys around with Ospreay. Naito with clubbing elbow smashes in the corner. Naito with the draping neck breaker for a 2 count. Naito applies the grounding full Nelson lock. Ospreay puts his foot on the bottom rope which forces the break. Ospreay with forearm shivers. Naito hammers down on the back of Ospreay's neck. Naito repeatedly stomps on Ospreay's back. Naito whips Ospreay across the ring. Ospreay with a handspring roundhouse kick. Ospreay with the slingshot pescado. Ospreay rolls Naito back into the ring. Naito avoids pip cheerio. Naito ducks a clothesline from Ospreay. Naito goes for the swinging DDT, but Ospreay blocks it. Standing switch exchange. Naito with a back elbow smash. Tiger wall flip kick. Ospreay with a step up enzui-giri. Ospreay hits pip cheerio for a 2 count. Naito grabs the left leg of Ospreay. Ospreay with Kawada kicks. Naito denies the Os cutter. Naito with 2 draping neck breakers. Naito sends Ospreay face first into the steel ring post. Ospreay propels Naito over his back. Ospreay nails Naito with the Os cutter on the floor. Both guys avoids red shoes 20 count. Forearm exchange. Back elbow, Kawada kick exchange. Ospreay with the exploder suplex. Naito maintains wrist control. Naito is trying to wear down Ospreay with these repeated back elbow smashes. Ospreay drives Naito back first into the red turnbuckle pad. Naito kicks Ospreay in the face. Ospreay goes for the Liger bomb, but Naito lands back on his feet. Naito ducks a clothesline from Ospreay. Naito drops Ospreay with the swinging DDT. Naito puts Ospreay on the top turnbuckle. Naito goes for the avalanche reverse hurricane runner, but Ospreay lands back on his feet. Ospreay with the Os cutter for a 2 count. Ospreay drills Naito with the cheeky Nando's kick. Ospreay goes for the avalanche one-winged angel, but Naito counters with the Frankensteiner. Ospreay denies the Destino. Ospreay with the Liger bomb for a 2 count. Ospreay goes for the hidden blade, but Naito rolls him over for a 2 count. Naito avoids the roundhouse kick. Naito with a step-up enzui-giri. Naito sends Ospreay face first into the blue turnbuckle pad. Naito hits the Esperanza. Ospreay blocks the Destino. Ospreay super kicks Naito. Naito connects with the Destino for a 2 count. Ospreay negates the Destino. Ospreay goes for the Stormbreaker, but Naito counters with the Destino for a 2 count. Counterfest. Ospreay with a pop-up forearm smash. Ospreay delivers 2 hidden blades for a 2 count. Ospreay plants Naito with the Stormbreaker to pick up the victory. Winner, still IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion, Will Ospreay via pinfall. Subscribe please.